Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Better go subscribe. Roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok.
Let's go, AAA family. Y'all ready to get into it tonight? Yes, yes, yes. I'm excited, y'all. I see y'all. Listen, I want to apologize first. I gotta apologize to everybody, man. Look. I'm sorry. I put the wrong time on the live earlier. So when I came to the dashboard to see all the comments and everything, I'm like, oh. Like I had to leave and run some errands. So when I got back, it was like 3:15. I was like, oh. So let me change the time, and we got the right time up. So now we're here, we're live. So we're going to take our time. Once again, you all saw the banner we had put up in a few seconds ago. Just explaining, man, just to be courteous. This lets y'all know that I care about all of our viewers, right? The ones that can't catch us live, right? The ones that have to tap in a little bit later. This is me showing that I care. It's not that I'm changing anything up. This is what I want. This is for progression, right? I heard you. I understand. So if you are watching post live, you're just getting past the intro. Fast forward a little bit more to the 15-minute mark, and that's when the conversation is going to start. But until then, my live viewers, welcome in. I appreciate each and every one of you for pulling up live tonight here on the Coach Smook Network. What's today? Today is the 15th day of this 12th month of the 2020 2025th year of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real. No, stop, chill. Nah. See, y'all acting up, man. But yeah, I'm glad that y'all here. I'm ready to talk some football, man. I'm ready to talk about what's happening at Alabama's practices. This is practice number 3, getting prepared, going up against the Oklahoma Sooners, who's gotten the best of Kalen DeBoer, man, and our Alabama Crimson Tide the past 2 meetings. And a lot of people have us losing this game, surprisingly. A lot of even Alabama, quote unquote Bama analysts or Bama panels have us struggling in this game, which is based off the product that we've seen on the offensive side of the ball. We have reason to believe that. We have reason to feel like that, this could be one of those games where just everything's not working out. But why do that when you could believe the opposite, man? We still have a team that went on that, what that was, an 8-game win streak, to go into that gauntlet and win out in that gauntlet the way they did. That was a tough way to go in. And then just Oklahoma having that time to prepare for us this last matchup, it showed in how they kind of confused Ty Simpson and how hesitant he was in his decision making, ultimately giving up a turnover that caused us to give up 7 points, and then also the strip sack, the sack fumble that occurred that put them in position to get 3 points. So, and we still only lost by 2. So this game it was those 2 minor mistakes or 2 major mistakes, just 2 of them though. You fix those and it's a different story. You get a little bit more intention on this with the offensive line up front in the run game, because there were opportunities we see. That was a game where everybody's posting a screenshot of Jam Miller not seeing that hole, that big hole that was the offensive line created for him. It was looked like a counter type run blocking scheme, but got to see a little bit more explosion from the offense in the passing department. We have to take advantage of those, especially when your receivers are winning those routes early. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let me do a roll call real quick. I'll grab the wheel real quick. Jordan, I got Jordan in the back tonight, y'all. Hey, Jordan, if you go to media assets and go to sounds, you can control the applause. I'll do the comments for the roll call. Let's try it like that tonight. Hey, first of all, let's just give a shout out, man, to everybody that joined the memberships. We acknowledged these in our live earlier, but I guess they popped up earlier today. And these people, they purchased these memberships on their own. I want y'all to know that for sure. Okay, we have a fan that comes through or says they have they made a bet, and y'all know who he is. He's the resident Georgia fan. But I just want to give a shout out to everybody that joined the membership. Thank you for becoming a member of the AAA family here on the Coach Smook Network. Sooners for life. Appreciate you for tapping in. Hit that applause button, Jordan. There you go. Let it run through. Michael J. Smith, and then hit it again. You're going to have to hit it again. Yep. Michael J. Smith, that my guy, Michael Smith, DJ Smitty. I appreciate you. Deshaun Coles, I appreciate you for becoming a member. Riley Blue, appreciate you for becoming a member. Nuevo Stellar. That name, it looks familiar for some reason and not the right reason. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that name there. I don't know. It looks familiar for some reason. And Rocket Slide, what's good? Appreciate you for tapping in and becoming a member. Now, everybody is tapping in live, man. Conrad, appreciate you for tapping in. Roll Tide. He said, what's up? Any word on the wide receiver coach? Ooh. So aggressive. Bama boy, appreciate you for tapping in. Zach, what's up? Roll Tide, Zach. That was earlier. D Martin, everybody, all y'all tapped in earlier. My guy, Nick Saban Daddy. This is one of my resident haters that I love to have around. I have been waiting for you to show up so I could talk about your Ohio State Buckeyes for the past couple weeks, man. Where you been at? Hopefully you're here live. I want to talk to you. And you can be Nick Saban Daddy all you want. You might want to retire that name. The way y'all looked against Indiana, it looks like what's the coach name up at Indiana? Y'all daddy now. The way they handled y'all, but yeah, we appreciate you for tapping in. Roll Tide, Zach, you back? Okay, we got Zach back in the building. Now we got MJ. Let's go, MJ. Go ahead and hit that applause. Yeah, go ahead and hit that. Go ahead, MJ. Sully, what's good? Roll Tide, Sully. Dwayne is in the building. Amanda is in the building. Okay, Amanda. Look. My boy Bama boy pulled back up. Antoine in the building. Dougie Fresh. Ryan's fumble on special teams, that one too. Yeah, that one too. Just don't turn it over. They can't handle this offense. Facts. I feel good about our chances, man. I think we're in a good spot. Kurt Signetti, that's the coach over there. Facts. He put together a little defense squad. What's good, Coach Smook? Aaron McGuire in the building. Roll Tide, baby. Good to see you, man. Functionalized Habla says Roll Tide. Did I say Hablo? Man, Roll Tide. Compton is in the building. And then shout out to TikTok, man. TikTok always coming in, showing some love to my guy Luke, our resident Florida State fan. I feel sorry for you, man. We what they said on Don't Be a Minute. He said, I feel sorry for your mother. I feel sorry for your college football team. I feel sorry for your college football team. Hey, Tribal Aiden, appreciate you for pulling up over there on TikTok, man. We definitely appreciate you. And everybody, man, thank y'all. Brian Lewis, Roll Tide. I appreciate y'all for saying something in the chat, for real, man. I really do. And Paleo, what's up? You back, man. You back. Roll motherfucking Tide. Let's get to it. All right, y'all. We here at the 12.5-minute mark. Tonight's topic of discussion, man. I think y'all gonna like this, man. First, we're gonna do our post-practice breakdown. We're gonna give y'all our reports from practice. We got some B-roll footage from practice. You all that are members, you all were there to listen to the live interviews. You was there to see it live. You saw we were in the meeting room. It was a press conference. Let's put it like that. Let's just say that it wasn't. Nothing came from the pressers, but good thing that Coach Smook has. Stop, y'all. It's a good thing. We got what we got when it comes to our sources on reporting on practice, because oh my God, we got some Smook scoop. Not nothing crazy, but we do got some reports from practice, and we're gonna have the B-roll footage to kind of coincide with everything that was told to us about some of the things that happened in practice today, especially some of the skills, some of the skill spots of this thing. So, okay, in there. 7 p.m. tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? We in there. All right, so I'll say this, chat. There is a realistic push, and there's a realistic plan to have. If this offense isn't firing, and I mean like really, really clicking, I think we're going to see some movement, and maybe not at the quarterback position initially, but I think I saw something in the lineup today across the offensive line. And what we've been getting reports on as far as the rotation with some of these guys in these drills and these different periods of practice, that we may see a switch up front that everybody's been asking for, right? Everybody's been asking for it. And if this is the case up front, and this is what we needed to see from Ty Simpson, then by all means, man, let's do it. But I'm telling y'all, if anybody is on the hot seat right now, it's definitely our quarterback. It is time. It is his time. I think Ty is going to step up. I got this weird feeling, chat. I got this weird feeling that Alabama's QB1 is going to step up. We got some movement on the secondary side of things, right? Seeing some guys getting some opportunities, it seems, right? Part of the game plan. Got some rumors about some guys not happy with some shuffling in the wide receiver department. We're going to talk about all of it here live. Get your thoughts on it on the Coach Smook Network. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Somebody put it in the chat. Somebody say it right now. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's do it, y'all. Y'all ready? Somebody say it. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'm ready. Let's do it. You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time. But I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right. I'm sorry, chat. Y'all, hey, listen. I didn't mean to do that. Y'all is a trip. I'm feeling good today, man. Today's been an awesome day. God is truly blessed the Coach Smook Network, but also just some of the conversations we had. I'm excited about what Friday is going to look at. 2 days in a row, we've talked about the quarterback position. I don't want to beat up on Ty Simpson anymore. I think Ty Simpson, based off what I've been hearing from practice, some of the reports, I think he's dialed in. There's a different type of fire in his eyes. That look, somebody said it earlier, that look, even today, he just seemed like he was at peace, you know. And a lot of times we talk about, and I know it's a running theme here with the fan base now. All of these guys interview so well and the coach DeBoer and these quarterbacks, they aren't producing this, that. Okay, let's turn the page on that, because I do believe at some point last season, Jalen Milroe did rebound mentally, and when he tried to put his best foot forward, others around him were checked out. The locker room was not as cohesive as it is right now. And I look at some of the practice footage, I still see guys firing off. I mean, Dre Washington, number 20 running back, hasn't really had any meaningful playing time this season, but still putting in like effort through all his drills. You know, everything's being evaluated. And I think this team understands that at the end of the day. And if you're performing in practice to be evaluated, that usually produces a quality product on the field. I want y'all to pay attention to how Will Sanders and I think that was Olis Alani, that pairing, we've seen that pairing work the left side before, right? We've seen that pairing work the left side before. I would not be surprised if we saw Will Sanders get some opportunities at left guard if we continue to see pressure penetrate the interior, right? Cam Dewberry has done a great job in passing off pressures with stunts from the left guard position. The reports of him working some at right guard, Wilkin Formby working back at right tackle, Michael Carroll still manning at right tackle. When I hear those type of conversations, that lets me know that we might be seeing another offensive line shuffle. But to my point earlier, I want to say, I forget which live stream we did, but to my point earlier, when Alabama had that 6-7 man rotation in the offensive line, we were getting a lot better production, a lot more consistent production in the run game. The pass protections weren't as, we didn't see as many leaks in pass pro, right? Even with the 6-man, 7-man pressures, it seemed that the rotation had built its rhythm. And contrary to popular belief, it was giving us, and then we talked about the stat, Jay Penny, I wish was here. We talked about the stat of the offensive efficiency going from number 9 in the first 6 weeks during that offensive line rotation, that heavy rotation of offensive linemen, going from number 9 in the country to now being like number 42, I believe. So there's something to be said about, the non-orthodox way of doing things. If it's going to work for you, continue to do it. And I don't know if the injury scared us out of that, but I do believe that in some facet of the game or some point, that rotation of having offensive linemen, 6 or 7 guys hungry, waiting for their next rep, ready to go and execute, it had the attention level of the offensive line to execute and be a lot more aggressive. That was when we had our most success, those first 6 weeks. The pressures on Ty Simpson went up maybe by 4 once we tried to get down to that 5-man rotation. When we started seeing Jaden Roberts get less reps, when we started seeing Wilkin Formby more reps at guard, when Cam Dewberry went out, we definitely saw how the lack of rotation affected the impact of the offense. So going forward, hold on, chat. All right, y'all. I gotta take a quick infomercial break. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Jordan, can you run the infomercial, the AAA infomercial? I got to run outside real quick, chat. Got to handle something. I forgot. It's still 6 o'clock. It feel like it's 9 o'clock, but it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to run the infomercial, Jordan, and I should be right back, all right?
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel. and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Everybody, we're back. Appreciate y'all for being patient with me, man. Y'all are awesome, man. All right, so back to the conversation. So I see y'all popping up in the chat. Appreciate y'all, and continue to run up the likes, man. I had to step outside and hand off some funds for some things we're donating to here in the holiday season, y'all. So I did not want to miss the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta know, man. This is my heart, you know, when we able to give back and do stuff like that. So yeah, we donate. We had to go handle something. So appreciate y'all for holding off for a second. And tonight, man, we want to get into the conversation about what's happening at practice, what's going on, what's all the conversations about Ty Simpson being hurt. You know, I told y'all earlier that rumor there, everybody's got some type of, I'm not going to say injury. Everybody's got some type of ache, some type of pain at this point in the season. You see guys, even after a week, basically a week off, a week of rest, you see guys, you know, still moving gingerly and warming up in practice. It's cold, you know, things are happening. Guys are going to try to highlight anything. Ty Simpson had a sleeve on in practice. Well, Ty Simpson has been wearing a leg sleeve all season. Nobody said anything about a lower leg injury. You know, it's cold in the facility. I know they're indoors, but it's still cold. That's why you see guys, a lot of guys going to have leggings on. They're going to still have arm coverings on, sleeves on, all of that stuff, you know. And going to Oklahoma, the weather there is not going to be hot. It's not like it's going to be hot going up to Oklahoma. You know, so there's multiple explanations for him having a sleeve on. And what happened to the back issue? What happened to the rib? What happened? Like, what's up with all of these different excuses? Let's stop it. We just need our quarterback to show up this weekend. Ty Simpson is more than capable to lead us to victory. He's more than capable. If he plays the game a lot more comfortable and he's trusting his passes, he's trusting his reads, this game is not even close. And the defense plays just like they did last time. This game is not even close. So in practice today, everybody's asking about Jam Miller. What's the deal with Jam Miller? We heard in the reports today, members only, heard in the reports today, Coach DeBoer said both Jam Miller and Josh Quavers are, you know, they're on a day-to-day basis. They're more doubtful right now than hopeful. But on a day-to-day basis, both participating in practice, trying to do some things in warm-ups, not being able to really get out there in the meaningful, you know, parts of practice for the game planning and things of that nature. So hearing that is not going to give me confidence about the production on the offensive side. This is big moments, but it does get me excited about the opportunities being created. We're talking about young Caleb Edwards getting the opportunity. Danny Lewis still isn't 100%. So Marshall Pritchett, you know, both of those young guys got called on a lot. Maybe we see a emergence of a Brody Dalton, a transfer senior who came from Troy, you know, and has been basically not getting any real playing time. You know, maybe these next few games is his opportunity to prove himself with Josh Quavers not being able to be 100%. And Quavers, regardless if he can finish this season or not, he's going to be one of the top 5 tight ends coming off the board. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's a high draft stock or anything like that, but when they look at the quality of tight ends available in this draft class, I think Quavers is right in there in the top 5, top 10. And we see the bulk of tight ends getting drafted each year in and year out. His skill set meets what the NFL level wants at the tight end level. So
I see some mix-ups and probably some depth opportunities here in this matchup against OU for our tight ends, especially the fact that we really got some effectiveness. We got some impact from our tight end room in that Oklahoma game. Josh Cuevas had a quality game against Oklahoma. So look for that tight end room to look good. That running back room without Jam Miller, we're going to see pretty much some of the similar things. AK Deer seeming to get more of a nod as far as the initial snaps with the first team. That's what it seems to be right now. So excited about that. I've seen positive things from Ty and negative things, but he is still a talented quarterback. I agree, Zach. I agree. I don't think Ty is trash by any means. I just think what everybody hyped him up to be coming into this year of him being a full-time starter, it kind of set him up for failure. I didn't have a high ceiling for Ty. I felt like Ty would be a great system quarterback. One of those quarterbacks you can close your eyes, pick a play, and he's going to do exactly what that play is asking him to do, right? When everything's working in the perfect world. But what does Ty do under pressure is what the question has always been. Shout out to the 78 in the chat on YouTube. Continue to run the likes up, man. We got 28 likes. Appreciate y'all for helping us hit our 25 like goal already here on the channel, man. Y'all are freaking awesome. Don't forget, y'all sitting here watching, hit the thumbs up button. It's easy, it's free. It helps us grow, it helps people, lets other people know that we're live here on the Coach Smook Network. And we're live on multiple platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Kick. We are live bringing you the Coach Smook Network post-practice report. Defensively, y'all, let's talk about the defense. I know y'all get excited seeing guys like Cam Calhoun and the young guys like Luke Metz and QB Reese, the linebackers, Caden Jones, getting B-roll footage of them. I like seeing those moments because I think the way that this defense has developed, the amount of depth that we could have utilized in certain matchups, I think it would have been very, very beneficial for moments like this. I would hate to get into a playoff game on the road, inclement weather or whatever it may be, with the weather being a little cold. Guys take hits a little differently when it's cold, right? But I would hate for us to be thrown into this situation and QB Reese gets thrown out there and he plays a lights out game from either the mic or the wheel, right? Whether, just creates turnovers, has, disrupt the plays, like everything. I would hate for that to happen and it'd be like an injury to Deontay Lawson, right? Where he's got to be out just for a few days. It's going to be a day-to-day type thing. But QB Reese played lights out. And then we go in the second round against Indiana. And you see a guy like, and I'm just saying scenario-wise, you get Deontay back out there. He's a senior guy. He's good to go. He's not 100%, but he's going to give it a go. And we go out there and we lose a game off of a broken tackle, or missed tackle from the linebacker position. We lose by 3 points because we didn't have QB Reese on the field because Deontay Lawson was good enough to play. Like that's what we're dealing with at the University of Alabama in a lot of these spots, man. I'm telling you right now, the defensive side of the ball, the depth of talent is so deep that I truly believe at this point in the season, with a lot of these guys getting those fast reps, and I mean fast reps like in game, both special teams, coinciding with the day-to-day grind of practice. This point in the season, man, we don't have any true freshmen anymore. Now, can you give a full workload to one of these guys that hasn't played, 25, meaningful snaps? No. But you're talking about 3 snaps in the first quarter, maybe 1 snap in the second quarter, 4 snaps, 5 snaps in the third quarter, giving them a light pick, a light load, and keeping your veteran presence healthy. Man, that's got to factor in at some point. We did it early in the season, especially in the secondary. Shout out to Coach Mo in that secondary. They've been, progressing week in and week out. Damani Jackson come back healthy. A lot of people don't understand. Damani Jackson came into the season, he had 2 operations on his hands. He plays defensive back, right? And a lot of his perception and ability to, be aggressive with his hands was affected and continued to play through it. So and this isn't nothing verbatim. This is just, things that we collected over time during the summer. When that conversation was had about, pushing Dijon Lee into that that rotational position to help Dijon. To help Damani. He did not bat an eye, man. He was in support of it. His thing was he just didn't want to feel like he was letting the team down. And when you have that type of mentality on the defensive side, you see guys like London Simmons emerge behind having to replace a Jeremiah Beeman and a Tim Keenan in week 1. Right? A true freshman getting thrown into the fire and had moments, had flashes. Noah Carter, seeing Quay Rusar go down. Justin Hill, these guys stepping up. And Ja Latham, those guys still having a presence, right? In the locker room and still being leaders. And this is why I said the right guys will rise to the top. We saw last year some of the Saban guys that stayed post-Saban, some of the clash in the locker room. We haven't seen that much this year. Now, what we have also seen in that same breath is that a lot of the on-field mistakes or mishaps that we are missing on are, Saban guys. But in the same breath, on top of that, those are the same guys making up for those plays. So the mental fortitude is there on this team. This roster is coming together. I think right now, if there was a time for this team to really click, it would have to be in this playoff game. And I mean a fast start from the offense. Defense has been playing at a clip. I don't mind the long first drives by the opposing's offense for the first drive. I don't mind. I feel like you give them you're able to contain them enough to make them use enough looks to get a gauge of what their mindset is for their initial game plan. When you do that, you go out there and you shut them out 3 and out real quick. You go down, you score. They come out, they done hit you with something else you ain't even been able to work up for, right? So, and Bama Gump says something, and I'm gonna give you a siren on this. And hold on, as a matter of fact, let's give him an explosion for that one. Bama Gump says something. Get that comment for me, Jordan. Bama Gump just said something. Special teams needs to be better. We need an explosive special teams play, whether that's on coverage or return. We need a special play from our special teams. And I think the answer to that, you got Jalen Mbakwe sitting on the bench right now. You got Latier Brooks. I mean, I love Cole Adams, ball security and everything. But, man, let's get an explosive return. Let's gamble 1 or 2 of them. Let's secure the rock. Let's be relentless in our blocking. We have all of those young linebackers and, edge rushing guys on the sideline. Release them young tight ends, them H-backs, put them out there on that field. Let's get the offensive linemen off the field. Let's get all of our tight ends, those safeties, those linebackers, all those young guys with all that speed. You're talking about guys. We got Caden Jones sitting on the bench. Caden Jones is like a 4-4 guy at linebacker. Got Duke Johnson, Luke Metz, all that. Now they on the coverage team. They're on coverage. I want to see them guys on return. A bunch of athletes that got experience on that side. Fine, go look at the film. Give me that position. I'll be the special teams quality control personnel. Let me go support special teams. Give me Duke, Luke, AJ. I want all 3 of them from that 25 linebacker core. I want all them. And I know you're using Justin, but if you're not gonna give me Justin, you gotta give me one of Justin or Noah, right? Then bring me Lottie. Give me Lottie. Give me Bach, right? Give me my boy. Give me Cam too. I know we ain't been playing him on the defense side, but give me Cam. He got fired. Him and Red got to come on special teams, right? What's that, 9? I need 2 more. Well, 1 more with the kicker. You get what I'm saying? Like, get some fire out there. At the end of the day, it's football. One-on-one leverage, lane discipline, tracking the ball, securing tackles on coverage. And on return, squaring up, getting a hat on somebody. You ain't got to clean somebody all the time. Get a hat on somebody. Get them off their path. Create a lane. Right? That's all it is. Got to get some energy. Get some incentives behind it. But we do need some explosives on the special teams. If I'm being honest, both Bach and Adams have messed up lately on return. Must be a coaching thing. Bach, have we seen 3 on return? I don't think we've seen 3. We've seen Latier Brooks. We've seen Ryan Williams. I don't think we've seen 3. 3 got out there for one return. You need reps. A quick score / lead will put them in an uncomfortable space and force Mateer to throw the ball at the strength of our defense. Facts, Paleo. We talked about this. When me and Jason get online, when we make our talking points, I'm going to make sure that's the one That's the one. That's the kicker right there. If we can continue to capitalize in that area, forcing them into a passing game, I think we're going to be straight. The Duke/Luke special, I love it. Boy, you is a trip, boy. You a trip. The Duke-Luke special. You silly, man. But yeah, I think that's what you see. If you want to see some explosives from special teams, and you see these guys work hard in practice every day. You see these guys work hard in practice during that special teams block. Ain't no half step. And these guys go out there, they fire off, they get in their steps, them first 3 steps hard, drive off and stride out, you know, not trying to get injured or anything, but you see the physicality on the bags, all of the different things that you want to see when you're getting your special teams reps in. So, but then also the kicking game. We got to find some power in the kicking game, man. I don't know. I remember the breakdown of Connor Talton having, you know, being a I remember the persona around Connor Talty having like a strong leg and needing to work on accuracy. Well, we're not getting many touchbacks on kickoff, you know, like crossing the goal line. A lot of guys are just fair catching it inside the 10, so they get at the 25. You know, I complain about it on NCAA, the video game. So we gotta get somebody that's gonna let that thing go. They say Alex Asperov has a leg too, the true freshman. He had a postseason or preseason operation that kept him out of practices during fall camp. So not sure where we're going to get the kicking game from, but Connor Talty, 40 and in has been solid. If it comes down to us eating Connor Talty 40 and in, I'm scared. 40, you know, anything outside of 40, I think he'll it's weird. The ones that you don't expect him to make is the ones that he's making. And the ones that should be chip shots, it's all about mental focus at the end of the day. The punter has to get it off quicker. I think the punter, for him not being as experienced as they thought he was, I think he's doing a good job. Blake Dowd has been doing a good job getting the ball off, you know. And then, I mean, it's not helping us flip field position, but he has been getting the ball off. Now, getting some air under that thing and some. I mean, I don't know what happened with our kicking game. We might have to look at getting some more evaluation in that department. You know, special teams, because the kicking game has suffered this year. You think about it, we went for it on 4th down more than I could ever remember, and we're talking about from the 40 and in going for it on the 4th down. We used to be able to 40, a 52-yarder, let's go kick it. You know, 48-yarder, let's go kick it. Now we got to think about it. I don't like that feeling. It's not a good feeling. Bach didn't return, but didn't he get a penalty returning for block? Regardless of the clean game from the special teams. Facts. I do agree with that. I miss J.K. Scott, man. We will never get another pairing of kickers oh my God. J.K. Scott, man, they should have gave that man another 3-year waiver for us, Lord have mercy. I just want to see good complimentary football, man. If the offense is stalling, can we at least pin OU offense back within their own 10 or something? If that's the case, then you can live with that. You can live with that, because more time than none, our offense can break 1 or 2 plays that give us points, right? Oklahoma literally scored off of a John Mateer scramble or a QB design run. That was their only points, and they were in favorable position because of us, because of our offense. So I don't know, man. Maybe the tide finally turns for us, and we see some continuity. We see some execution at a high level. Based off of the practice reports, man, everybody's high energy. You know, especially on the offensive side, the depth of receivers is going to be something to watch too in this game. I wonder, will we get a deeper rotation with Coach Shep? You know, basically every game could be his last game at Alabama. And just for everybody's update, the word around town is that the plan is to hire internally. We have 2 offensive quality control personnel that help in the wide receiver position room right now that were extensive. Coach Gill is very extensive in recruiting, you know, very close in relationships with traveling and recruiting. So, or those relationships, maintain those relationships with wide receiver recruits. And then Coach Hughes, being that he has the NFL level experience, he's been quality controlled on the board staff, been with Grubb for a while. It will be more of a favorable move for him to be the wide receiver coach. Being that wide receiver coach position is not necessarily in control of recruiting, they don't necessarily have the direct impact on recruiting. I think you can afford a move like that and actually shop for a guy that wants the Bama job, quality guy that would take the Bama job opportunity, not go and beg somebody to come here, right? You save yourself that space with Kalen DeBoer being a former wide receiver and a wide receiver developer himself. You don't have to rush and go get a wide receiver coach and name one and fill up a staff position, right? Maybe there's some assistance being needed, or maybe there's being an extra position being made for your next offensive line coach hire and his assistant. Maybe you go and get two big, strong names, philosophy guys, development guy and philosophy guy, and bring them in to work together hand in hand. You handle scheme, I handle development and technique. Bring them in working together. That's why I think the defensive line has seen an improvement. You got Freddie Roach, D-line coach, Jamie Mosley, D-line coach, right? Assistant D-line coach. Both of their philosophies come together and are able to develop. Freddie Roach, gap scheme, getting guys leverage, specializing in developing guys there. Jamie Mosley is more of a pass rush specialist, working guys' footwork, hands, right? Getting those specialties done with the interior of your defense line. And C-Rod basically got the outside linebacker room. So this staff, being able to strategically build your staff for the skill sets on hand is going to be huge in this offseason. That's why I don't think the wide receiver hire is going to be one of those things that's, priority alpha on the list going into the offseason. AC Carter, I'm campaigning for AC too. But I think he said some things that kind of upset some people. And when he was telling the truth, I love AC, man. If y'all don't remember, when I used to do content on the Bama Standard, AC Carter came on, and we had me and him had an extensive conversation. Justin Riley was on the panel with us, but me and AC had an extensive conversation about football and wide receiver development. Both of us had kind of like the same evaluation of Ryan Williams, how electric he was, but our concern was literally the exact same concern I had. Former Alabama wide receiver and NFL talent shared those same thoughts. So, it kind of boosts my ego a little bit in my evaluation of the game and players and skill sets. So shout out to AC Carter. But yeah, I definitely campaign for him. I think that's more of a realistic push than Julio Jones, who hasn't been coaching. I think you just allow Julio the same type of access you allow David Womack. You allow those guys to be a part of your, like T.O. at Colorado, helping develop the wide receivers in their wide receiver room, the last 2 years. And Colorado putting out some quality receivers, Then you got Marvin Harrison, isn't he, putting in some work with the with Miami wide receiver room? Hasn't been visiting at practices? So yeah, we can use Julio in that aspect. You don't have to pay him, Don't have to pay him. Go and get some of these young guys that's coming up with these guys and developing them. And that way we can get a head start in recruiting. It's some young wide receiver coach talent that's out there that at this point in time in the transition of what the game looks like, you can see some of these no-name guys start to emerge. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We got 81 in the chat on YouTube, man. Continue to run the likes up. We only got 40 likes on the stream, y'all. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that tonight, man. We working hard, y'all. Ain't we working hard? This our third live today. We're gonna do another one tonight. We might get some late night gaming in. If you're trying to get in on the gaming content, join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, man, I'm gonna bring this QR code up on the screen real quick for you. This is the link to the Discord channel, right? This is the link to the Discord channel. So yeah. You click on or you scan that link, it'll send you to Discord. You pull up or exclamation mark Discord in the chat, and our resident AI chat manager, Botrix, will get you the link. So we're here at the 45-minute mark. I want to open the phone lines here and allow you all to share your thoughts on some of the practice reports. But I also want to, before we go into the phone segment, before we do that, I want to take a few minutes and introduce this topic of discussion to the fan base, right? And it's a little bit about transfer portal, more so about some personnel. We got some reports and some hot topics to discuss, right? So I want to kind of open up the conversation. Jaheim Otis, former Alabama defensive lineman, is entering the transfer portal once again. has not made an impact at Colorado. You have not seen anything about him since he left Alabama. This has been a recurring theme for a lot of players that left during the Coach Saban transition. And I say that to say this, guys. We have seen this over time and time again when it comes to the transfer portal. When guys jump in the portal and they're promised all of these different things as far as playing time, and then you see guys, they go over with an injury, or there's something happens to where the other end of the deal is not promised. Alabama, Georgia, Colorado, Ohio State, it happens on everybody's roster. Michigan, Texas, it happens. I want to be the tip of the spear in reigniting the importance of commitment in the college football game. I don't think NIL is messing anything up. I don't think transfer portal is messing anything up. I think it's what we do on the backside of things as the coaches, as the parents, as the fans, right? How wishy-washy we are. I think we need to hold everybody in this whole makeup of this business accountable when we talk about guys. Jaheim Otis, there's no reason why the way he played early on at Alabama, he should be in the portal. He should have never left Alabama. You should have stayed and you should have kept developing. You should have worked on your conditioning. You should have kept showing up to your recovery. The operations that were recommended for you to have them, you should have had them earlier, so you didn't miss. You didn't. And I understand Coach Saban left. It shocked you, but you didn't have no rapport with anybody else. Coach Saban literally was on you from 8th grade, and your name got passed along as one of the guys to look forward to step up, and you had an opportunity. And it just doesn't roll over. There's no real support when your NIL agents get involved. And I'm not dissing any agent. Handle your business. Do your job. Please do. But there's no real support systems involved in these situations. And I hate to see talents like this get dropped off. So I want to say this. I want your thoughts. There are some names that I speculated. And like I said, it's all speculation based off of just watching things being reported. Just conversations that I've had with staff members, right? With some of the names and some of the opportunities being overlooked, what would Alabama's transfer portal class, and this is just, what would it look like? Would it be one of those impact portal classes, or would it be one of those things where you understand why guys are entering the portal? I would never understand, right? I would never understand the idea of a freshman, other than maybe a full staff change. You got some things like Michigan happen. There are some case by case circumstances where you could be like, okay, it's a true freshman. But I think you need at least 2.5. You need 5 semesters on campus before you could transfer. 5 semesters on campus before you can transfer. You got to have some type of track record. You can't start at one Fortune 500 company and be entry level and put that on your resume, entry level this, and then go somewhere else and be like, hey, I want the executive position, expect them to put you in that spot, unless you got some crazy faith like me. But just by the common knowledge stuff, you won't ever see that. And I feel like we're not setting these players up to be educated in that aspect of it. We're kind of just putting them on this mindset of, somebody want to play me. Not necessarily. Initially, that might be the idea, but that's not always the case. And it's starting to show. It's starting to show in everybody's transfer decisions. I'm just speaking from the guys that I've seen leave Alabama that had promise. Keanu Colt was one of those guys, and we know about all the drama surrounding his situation. Who was the other? Justin O. He talked all that about Alabama's conditioning program. And we show up. What did he do when we played South Carolina? Come on, man. I mean, Earl Little's probably the only one that's benefited. Aaron Anderson is finally emerging on LSU's roster. Christian Story went to Kentucky and disappeared. Devontae Smith is somewhere right now. Wasn't he at Notre Dame? Devontae Smith. He didn't go to the draft with Malachi, no. He went to Notre Dame. Where is he now? You trying to tell me you couldn't
trust the process and continue to compete here, regardless of what the outlook was. Like that's what the players before, and that's why I say I can understand some of the sentiments of the former players when it comes to guys hitting the portal. I can understand them on that part. I will never get the personal attacks, but I can understand them when it comes to that dedication factor, right? But I do think this, and this is kind of just to turn the page and open the phone line for conversation about, practice reports, questions, whatever your thoughts are in regards to Alabama versus Oklahoma. We had the topic of a conversation about the quarterback today. Tomorrow, we will be talking about the inside linebacker room, the matchups between the two inside linebacker rooms on the defensive side. And then tomorrow evening, if we open up the phone lines again tomorrow evening, we're going to do like a free-for-all topic chat. We're going to check out the comments, all the comments that we've been getting since this past weekend. We're going to react to them, open the phone lines, give y'all a chance to react to some of the hot comments. I think, Jordan, you good back there? I ain't seen no comments scroll across the screen in a minute, man. But y'all, we're going to get ready to get in the phone line here. Open the phone lines up, 334-625-1121. But before we do that, we just want you all to know that this phone call segment is sponsored by our new sponsors, man. Our new sponsors, Walk On Sports Bistro. Thank you for supporting the Coach Smook Network and helping us grow, man. Y'all check it out, man. We got to get in our phone line. But if you got a walk-ons there, you need to check it out. It's probably the best thing that you ain't heard about. I promise you, it's everything good. Well, I can't speak for all of them. I will say the ones that I've been to in Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, right? We haven't been to the one in Birmingham, but we've been to those two. And man, shout out walk-ons. Thank you for sponsoring this phone call segment.
When you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Y'all, appreciate y'all for tapping in, everybody. All right, phone line is open, 334-625-1121. Let's get our calls in, man. Come on. Let's try to keep it to 5 minutes. Talk, y'all. Talk. Everything you want to hear about, whatever you want to talk about, we got 5 minutes to discuss it, conversate. And if you go longer than 5 minutes, that means you're talking some good talk. That don't mean you're talking some good talk, but we want to get to the bottom of what you're talking about. We got a lot of conversations to have, man. I'm talking about a lot of conversations. We got our first call on the line right now. Let's see who it is. Uh-oh. Did I lose audio? Hold on, chat. Uh-oh. Hold on, Zach. We got Zach in the game. Hold on, let me change it up. Let me see some. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Let me go make sure I hook the phone line up. I thought I did. Give me 2 seconds. All right, I think we good now, chat. I think we good. Let me see. Zach, can you hear me?
I
can hear you, Coach.
All right, y'all. We got Zach in the game. Y'all give it up for Zach in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for being patient with your boy here on the Coach Smook Network. Zach, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind tonight, brother?
Yes, I think the quarterback situation is going to work itself out. I think Ty will be, with the break, will be better prepared mentally and everything for this game. I think with the last few games had just been, taxing with the grind of the season and everything, that he just needed 2 weeks to recuperate and refocus, if you understand what I'm saying.
100%, 100%. Where do you see the most, probably if you're looking at the QB play of Ty Simpson, where can what's the one thing that needs to be fixed in order for us to see him just cross that threshold? If we could pick one thing out of the 2 or 3 that we nitpick about, what's the one most important thing that you can think can get us back to a winning level offensively?
Him utilizing his legs more when the holes are there. If the receivers are covered, take off and run. If you can get out of the pocket and see you have a lane to run to pick up 3 or 4 yards, pick up 3 or 4 yards, and then go on to the next play. Instead of sitting there and holding on to the ball and risking taking a sack, fumbling, getting injured, or just giving up on the play and
Facts.
and sliding for a sack. I mean, you have the capability. We've seen it in high school. We've seen it this season.
Multiple times, man.
We know you multiple times. We know you have the ability to do it, and you're faster than what people give you credit for. So pick up, 3 or 4 yards. We would be happy with that. What we aren't going to be happy with is you sitting in the pocket for 5 or 6 seconds taking unnecessary sacks and unnecessary punishment on your body when there's a gap for you to run and pick up a few yards.
For sure, man. For sure. And Zach, it's funny, right? What's funny? While you're talking, guess who calls in on the phone line? I recognize this number anywhere.
I don't know who called.
Who you said, Zach?
Caden.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Caden has resurged. Oh, Lord, help us, Jesus. The Ohio State fan has resurfaced. I can't wait to see what he has. I'm gonna send a personal message. I usually don't send the personal messages, but I'm gonna send a personal message. You call next, sir. That's what we're gonna send right there. But that's a personal message. But Zach, I know we haven't talked score predictions or anything, but let's say we come out and we got another minute on the live. Let's say we come out and Ty Simpson starts the first drive, 4-4. Passing, we able to run the ball 4 or 5 times. We get 7 off that drive. Then we see like drives 2, 3, 4, and 5 get stalled. Right, we're missing passes. He's doing some of the things that we've seen consistently. He gets kind of settled, get his feet, stuck in the sand. Get cement feet, not moving his feet, not following through his mechanics. He even said in the interview today, if we get that 4 or 5 drives, even after seeing a perfect first drive, what's the likeliness in your mind that we can see a quarterback change at that point?
I have high confidence that we would see a quarterback change because of the simple fact that if our drives are stalling out, we're going to need a spark. We're going to need something to change up the outcome of our drives. So I think we would go with a quarterback change depending on what the game plan is and depends on which guy I think they would put out there. Now, if I was Kalen DeBoer, I would put our best quarterback out there and give him an opportunity to make plays because I know how talented he is and what he can do to defenses given the opportunity. But I'm not Kalen DeBoer, so I think you would put Austin Mack out there first in that scenario, just based off what we have seen when we put our backups in games,
100%.
And so I have more faith in Keelan Russell against Oklahoma than I do Austin Mack because, in my opinion, Keelan Russell has not necessarily a better arm, but more accurate arm than Austin Mack.
For sure. Well, Zach, I appreciate your phone call, man, and we got others calling in. I appreciate you. Y'all give Zach a roll tide in the chat. Zach, we'll catch up with you on the next one, brother.
All right, roll tide, coach.
Roll tide, man. Caller disconnected. All right. 334, you can call back if you want to. 614, you can call back if you want to. Phone line is open. I tried to get to it. Chat, if you're on the phone line and you hear the beeping, and you hear it more than once, that means we got another caller. That's your cue. So you'll be able to hear the beep on your side just for the second one. If it comes through the second time, then that means that your time is up. Like I said, we want to try to get 5 to 7 minutes for each caller on the line. All right, this is one we've been waiting for. Hey, Jordan, go hit the pause button on the music in the back.
Call from
Hayden the Diesel Freak, Smook.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, Kaden?
Oh, nothing much, Coach Smook. Watching the Dolphins get in their butts kicked by the Steelers. What you up to?
Just doing a live show.
Hey, did you see a YouTube post I just made?
Huh?
Did you see my YouTube post?
Kaden,
I'm asking you a question.
did I see your YouTube post?
Yeah, I asked you like a man.
Did I see your YouTube post?
Mm-hmm.
Kaden, why would I be looking at your YouTube post?
Because there's one thing you forgot about me. DTA, don't trust anybody except the Diesel Freak. Because I wasn't owing you shit.
Yeah, this man Kaden, bro. I told y'all. I ain't got time for it. I do. Hey, Kaden the Diesel Freak. Put him on the milk carton chat. Put him on the milk carton chat. We don't want to hear nothing else from Kaden the Diesel Freak. We ain't got no energy for you. Hey, 334-625-1120. I just wanted to hang up in his face. I knew he wasn't going to pay up. Kaden ain't got no money. He had to go get on the Wi-Fi to make that phone call to the Coach Smook network tonight. It's all good, man. Hey, own that struggle, my boy. Hold that L that Ohio State took too, man. Hold that L too. Man, I can't stand it. Ooh. 334-625-1121. 334, please call back. I hate that you didn't get in before, Kaden. All right, let me see. Let's get the real callers in. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I ain't want to hear that, man. He said he don't owe you ish. Hey, I told you he wasn't gonna pay, man. I knew it. Talking about, did I watch his YouTube video? Nah, no, but hell no. Stop playing with me. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Big folks.
Uh-oh, big folks.
to accept.
Yo, big folks, you in the game with Coach Smook. What's up, man? Talk to me.
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Man, that much chilling, brother. We just discussing a few topics from this past week, and just talking about Bama football tonight for real, man. Practice.
Okay.
Nothing crazy from practice today. People asked about Jan Miller. He's participated in practice, but he's not gonna be ready. Him or Quavers, them lower extremity injuries. You got to take your time with those if these guys want to have a future. And I'm glad that they taking their time coming back.
They got to get ready for the championship game.
Yep. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Man, I actually got on late. I didn't even know you were going live, man. I'm still at work, but I saw I got a text message. So let me call in and check with y'all for a minute. But how you feeling about you feeling any changes that we're gonna bring out? You know, I know our offense has been stagnant. You think you're gonna try something different?
As far as trying something different, I think we go back to leaning on the run game. This team, production wise, it may not produce anything explosive, but it keeps us balanced and it puts high in better positions. And then also offensive line rotation. I think the depth of the offensive line rotation that we saw utilized early in the season, I think it helped us to a certain extent.
Okay. And another observation I made, I every time I call in, I forget to ask you about it. But something that I look at, I don't think our offensive line is as bad of a run blocking unit as it's being made out to be. What I see is it's so much of we're so predictable in our run game that we're basically running into a brick wall. The offensive line, you know, when you run, every play is a dive up the middle. You know, it's not hard to stop.
Yeah, especially
when you know what's coming.
Especially there's been moments where the simplicity in the run game has been the answer to getting the run game to be, a factor. And then sometimes you want to give a the counter run blocking scheme. For most traditional counter schemes, you're pulling a tackle. You're pulling a weak side tackle to pull and be your lead blocking, or you might do a guard tackle pull for the weak side. Everybody from inside slide to replace. Those type of pin and pull type of concepts. We haven't seen a lot of those from Bama later in the season. Last year with Milroe in the QB run game, we saw that a lot. It was a lot of times where Jaden Roberts and who was the guard last year? The left guard last year.
My man with the Cowboys, Booker.
When they would get out of space and miss people on those pin and pull concepts, you know what I'm saying? For Milroe, they would get out in space, and I think they took that phase of run blocking away, which I think could have kept being built on. If you would have kept working with Jaden Roberts, you got Wook and Formby in that position. Somebody that in space has been very effective, second level blocking. Wook and Formby will turn the film on, you know. And you're able to pin strong side pin guys like Caden Proctor and Cam Dewberry, pulling your athletic guys from the center over to the right with Michael Carroll, Wook and Formby, Jaden Roberts, Parker Brusford, that rotation of guys. I think you'll see a better as far as run game production explosiveness. You can pull everything to the left side. You can pick your strong side when you're mixing up the run blocking scheme. But like you said, when you become predictable, it does help defenses look a lot more stout than what they truly are. Yeah.
Yeah, and also we can go back to the years we had. I think he was there 2 years, Mike Oxley. And do you remember when we had Tua? He would always run QB power.
Yep, we had it.
I loved having QB power. Yeah, and Ty's athletic enough to run QB power.
I got a question for you on the phone. I got a question for you, big folks. It was in the chat, and I like it. It says, was Coach Grubb's play calling better in the booth or on the sidelines? I'm going to put that as a poll question. Go ahead and answer the question. I'm going to give you an extra minute for that. That's a good question.
Let's see. I'll be honest with you, Coach. I haven't seen much of a difference. I think I haven't seen much of a difference in his play calling. He still, I believe, he calls too many trick plays.
Yeah.
I think the difference in his play calling, I mean, Our offense has been fool's gold. Even earlier in the year when we were winning, we weren't necessarily capitalizing. We weren't scoring a lot of points. And that's an offensive job is to put up points at the end of the day. So I guess you could say we were a little more effective, but I don't think his play calling has changed that much.
Okay. I'll respond like this. I think that it hasn't had any effect on his play calling also. I truly think that we have seen consistently who he is as far as a play caller. Now, is it the best and does it make sense? No, but I've seen where everything that he's dialed up when he's in his bag, it's like, whoa, you can't stop him once he's rolling. And I think a lot of that has to do with the success of the execution early on in the game. He's a fast start play caller. The play call, I mean, it says it in the script. You look at the style of plays, what he calls on third down, on 3rd and 2. That's a fast, explosive play call. That's not necessarily what you want to run on 3rd and 2. That end around that Latshair Brooks on 3rd and 2 should have been done on 1st and 10.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if that's what we're going to do in the run game to keep balance, that play should be on the 1st and 10 where you have run and pass open.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
The risk exceeds the reward.
Exactly. R&R, man. And so we talk about this in a phase of the game, and I was like, I don't necessarily hate it. I do feel like there was still opportunities for success in that play call. Latshair Brooks is not a running back, but if you look at Latshair Brooks' angle that they tried to overplay him, they was trying to keep him bare to the inside. Everybody overplayed. They know the type of speed he possessed. He stick his foot in the ground and cut back. Nobody's catching him. Punt return vision type play. Come on.
And I'm going to also say another thing that will help loosen up defenses. One-on-one on a go route is not many, I feel, especially even on Georgia's team. You ain't going to stop Ryan all game on a go route.
Come on, man.
I believe we got to try that a few times a game, even if it's an incompletion. Let's get a pass interference call. Let's just give him a chance. He's about our only receiver who I think that route is his best route. Bernard is more of a, I'd say kind of like a Marvin Harrison kind of guy, more of a possession guy.
Yeah.
But Ryan is that guy that's that true deep threat. That's who he is. Let's give him a chance.
And I've seen Ryan on some of these opportunities. This is where I tell y'all, when y'all talk about him not getting opportunities, there's been times where coming across the middle, he's not intentional in making the safety commit to whatever he's trying to, force as a read. That's the thing. I get why I put him in the slot. You manipulate a lot when you have an explosive player in the middle of the offense. You're giving him equal space on either side of those hashes to maneuver, right? So being able to capitalize.
His route run is too lazy for the slot.
Oh my guys! Somebody, I gotta give him a siren. Nobody wanted to say this when I said it, but Ryan Williams' route running, his intentionalness in route running is late. He's not as intentional, and I'm not going to say he's lazy. He's not as intentional as Latshair Brooks or Rico Scott or Jeremy Bernard out of the slot. And so if that's not a part of his bag, let's not waste him away and try to force it. I get it. But if you got boundary assets that give us more consistency in catching, you got to spot play Ryan Williams. And when you pick your spots, it don't need to be an extensive route combos that he needs to be running. Stop and goes, deep comebacks, deep C routes or pokos, whatever. Something that's keeping him in space. Now screens are admissible as long as he has the true one-on-one. We have the true balance. Like, don't throw him no now screening because you got overload on the line of scrimmage and you got matches out there. No, they gotta be unbalanced for me because we know he's liable to fumble. So play to your player's strengths and hide the weaknesses.
Exactly.
I think that's what DeBoer did early on, and Nick Sheridan, as far as managing Sheridan's play calling, he hit those weaknesses early on in the season with Milroe. And when we had to turn the page to phase 2 of these offensive schemes and to get to the second level of passing phases of what this offense needed, that's when we saw us hit a mark. I don't think we dealing with the same skill sets. I think we kind of have left some things alone that need to be carried on, especially in the run game. And if we see a good balance of that, I think we see a different Ty Simpson and offensive production.
Yeah, and you hit on something that I feel a lot of fans, and I'm not the biggest Ty Simpson guy, but of course everybody has limitations, but I don't see where Grubb has helped him out. Of course he struggles with some of the deep passes, but it's ways to scheme around that. You don't have to be able to throw a ball 70, 80 yards in the air to be an effective quarterback.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Y'all keep saying he's not helping them. Well, I'm looking at plays where we're getting base cover 2 type of calls, and we're sending 3 verticals. One of those verticals is open, bro. One of them is open in the first window. You can't wait till he's open in the second or third phase of the route. You got to throw it under the safety, over the corner. Yeah. You got to be able to hit it in those windows. And there have been plays where Ty Simpson has done that on 2nd and 7. You know, we've seen level concepts layered with a fade, a boundary fade, and he's taken that one-on-one shot, and it hasn't been necessarily a deep ball, but it's a release route. And see, people, they want to see this drawn up 9 route be hit on a – no, sometimes it's a read from the release. If I beat my man off the press, or if he passes me off and sits in the hard flats, you should be hitting me in that window. My head should be looking inside and looking for the ball. And a lot of times the wide receivers are not getting open in the 2nd and 3rd phase, because when they turn their head to peek inside to see if that quick read is coming, Ty Simpson waiting for them to break open downfield, and they running into coverage.
And it's not going to happen. You know, it's not going to work that way.
Oh man, you got to throw guys open sometimes too, man.
Yes, and I hope that he left that read option in Atlanta again, because we don't need that. Oklahoma's too quick. Georgia's too quick for that with Ty. You know, if we get past Oklahoma, we may can try running some reads. You know, if we with Indiana, test those edges. You know, give them something to think about. But that was never 2nd and 10 against Georgia, running the read with Ty. Maybe
but he should have handed that off, man. You got your running back crossing your face. Daniel Hill just gained us 8 yards on the previous drive on 2 carries. He had 8 yards. Mm-hmm. Why you don't hand that off? Even if it wasn't the right read, you gotta give your offensive line, help your offensive line out, Ty. You want to go up and make all these pass pro adjustments and all this stuff. Help them out and let them do what they like to do anyways. Let us lean on folks and maul people.
And let's run hurry up sometimes.
Come on, man.
We do not keep the defense off balance, man. We do nothing.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's why they dump the snap.
I got a fair weather comment in the chat. Uh-oh. R. Mason Tomlin is back, so we might actually be cooked. I mean, R. Mason Thomas is a great player. Well, we've seen some quality defensive lines. The offensive line is not the problem.
we went against Harold Perkins.
The defensive line at
Kevin Falk from Auburn.
Not just him, but I'm talking about the South Carolina defense. The defensive end, the edge rusher from South Carolina, the defensive end at South Carolina. Yeah. Like, we've seen talented fronts. Georgia showed up this SEC championship game. We've seen talented fronts. And we played with a beat-up offensive line. We didn't have Cam Dewberry. Caden Proctor, probably going to see more R. Mason Thomas. I like the matchup. I think that's a good NFL matchup right there.
Yes. Man, do you remember in 2012, all we heard about was Jarvis Jones, the college football. And what did we do? We ran right at him. We ran right at him and tired him out that game against Georgia. That's what we did. Yep. That's how you neutralize a great pass rusher, man. You
run at him. And I think, you know what? I get where Grubb is coming from. If my offense that's not built for explosives, if we can go fast with runs and get success, I want to get my quarterback in that rhythm as soon as possible too. I want him to be able to stack on that. Let's get the defensive heart rate up a lot faster. I think the way you do that, man, you come out and you go, you don't necessarily go tempo, but you go with a pace that says, all right, we got pressure on you. We're seeing it. And the offensive line is the reason why the pressure is on you, right? That push up front is going to be the most important part of this game. And like I said, that first offensive drive from Alabama is going to be a telltale of what the night is. And I don't care. You know what? This is one of those games. I feel like if the defense is coming out and that first drive defensively goes 8-9 plays, no points, we get the ball we go down and we if we're able to move the ball, we get ourselves in field goal position, we get aggressive and miss it. I think that's a good telltale sign of what our offense can do the rest of the game. Red zone offense got to be more effective. Ty Simpson has still been solid in the red zone when he's been giving passes, but I think he could be a little bit more aggressive with his legs in the red zone too. Ty Simpson to me should have at least 8 or 10. Come on, and especially in the red zone.
Yes, because a lot of times, and this type of young quarterbacks do a lot. They run backwards instead of. Sometimes you have to step up.
Facts.
And that would help out a lot. But I don't want to hold you too long. But
I was just about to say, man, we just gave you the extra 3. I was like, look at him going in. What's up, brother?
Are you going to walk-ons? Because I'm in Montgomery also. You doing the walk-on stream?
Friday, yeah, we're going to have a meeting tomorrow. We got a meeting tomorrow, set up everything. I probably don't do the whole setup like I had last time. I think I just want to have a table. I want to see, because it's a few people that said they want to pull up for sure. And I think I want to just set up a table and set the cameras up with my party of people to do the watch party and then get crowd reactions and stuff. So we'll see.
Well, y'all, if it's the way y'all can let me know. I live in Montgomery also. So.
Hey, yeah, just jump in the Discord, man. Jump in the Discord. The link is in the chat. I can send you the link on here. I think I can send links through here, but just jump in the Discord, man. And then
if not, I'll try to find you on Facebook.
For sure, do that. Definitely send me a DM or something on Facebook, Instagram, something like that. Hit me up.
Okay, all right.
For sure, bro. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you tapping in. Phone line is open, chat 334-625-1121 here on the Coach Smook Network. Late night college football call in. We talking Bama football. That's a good conversation, man. My boy Rico says, what do he say? I got it. I think people going to be in for a surprise this game. Bama's going to do a whole lot better than what folks think. They had the potential to, man. We have all the skill sets. We have everything on roster. We got the coaching staff. Contrary to popular belief, Ryan Grubb, we got to think this is just still year one. He's play calling with new players. We've seen some personnel mishandling on the offensive side, in my opinion. Right? There's no reason why Jalen Hill shouldn't have had an opportunity this season. Same thing. You got a healthy Derek Meadows again. Just with a lot of the drop situations, a lot of the missed run blocks, out on the perimeter, just small things could have been differently if we utilize our depth. We're sitting here. What's the time limit on the stream, man? We're sitting here at the hour 24-minute mark. If we got any more calls, man, phone line is open 334-625-1121. Another topic of discussion or something else that's hot topic right now in Bama Nation. And we just got to see who it is. 334.
Call from
Mr. QC Green.
Yo, QC, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. Welcome back to the show, brother. Y'all give it up for QC, y'all.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Good to hear your voice, man. What's going on?
You got it, man. Just really excited about the game on Friday, man.
I'm excited too, man. Very optimistic. I'm confident.
A lot of excitement around it, man. I was talking to one of my heads at the home office, and he was telling me he thinks Alabama's going to pull it off. But he was really talking about having the board stay, and I was like, yeah, I kind of had a feeling he was going to stay. Especially when his wife came out and made that comment about him loving Tuscaloosa. So
yeah. And yeah. And I say this, man, I'm glad that Coach DeBoer, and it was this is why I have a problem with Bama media. I know the guys that were there. I know of them. I'm not friends with them or nothing like that. But they wasted time in today's media availability, in my opinion. And I'm gonna say this with the utmost respect. There are certain things that the fan bases want to know, right? Want to hear from our coaching staff to give us confidence, right? And I think a lot of these media outlets are playing on the fan base's emotions, right, to drive clicks at this point. Because there's a lot of questions that we could have asked Coach DeBoer today that could have gave us an indication of where the team's mindset is, right, as far as preparation. Coach DeBoer evaluating the wide receiver room. We've seen a increase in drops over the last 3 games. What have you personally seen in the wide receiver room, if you could name some personnel, things that they're doing to correct those drops? And that could lead us into a whole conversation about wide receivers that could be stepping up, or maybe if there's a big drop, this Coach DeBoer might say a name of somebody we haven't heard. He probably said something about, I've seen guys like, Bach and Scott, and if those names were some of the first names that fire off of, now we got snap, they might get some opportunities. We know Ryan Williams had some drops. Maybe we might finally see Bach. We saw him against EIU. We saw him against Auburn. So I think the media wasted a lot of time today, but overall, based off my sources and stuff, the practice today was very clean, high energy, crisp. For the most part, quarterbacks still sharing the load, looking like that. Like I said, spring. They said it looked like spring competition with the quarterback distribution as far as reps and everything.
That's a good thing. I think you gotta make Ty really earn his role, but also to put that pressure on him to perform better, because it seems like sometimes when we in life get too comfortable, that's when mistakes are made, and that's exactly what's been happening over the last several weeks. It's getting too comfortable knowing that he's going to be the starter.
Facts. And like I said, I think Ty has the capabilities, man, but this isn't a time where you want to let him figure it out. Either you got it or you don't, and we need to find out who's got it. We got options. We got to find out. Somebody has to have it, and we got to find out early. The limit, though, and I'm going to present this question to you as we come up on your minute and a half mark, and I'm going to let you answer this in detail. If the trigger is pulled to pull Ty Simpson, which I'm not hoping for that, Chad. I just want everybody to know that. I'm hoping that Ty Simpson could rebound, have a crazy playoff push, and go to the NFL. But if we have to pull the trigger on pulling Ty Simpson, who's your pick and why?
I'm going to do something a little different, man. I don't think we pull the trigger, man.
I don't either. I'm just saying if. I don't think we pull the trigger. I'm just saying if, though.
To me, I think you try to figure out how you can get the run going. When you look at our total offense from last time, I think we got to give our receivers opportunities to go get the ball, and that's really where we're lethal. When you look at those deep crossing routes that we were hitting at one point, that really has been like our kryptonite for other teams. So I think if we can get back to that, I think Austin Mack would definitely give us that opportunity to do so right now. I think with his knowledge of the playbook, also too with his athleticism, I think that would be more beneficial, especially when you're talking about playing against a much more physical defense. Now, but in my honest opinion, I think Ty's going to have probably one of the best games in his life.
Yeah.
This is sounding crazy, but only reason why I say that, the man just put up 323 yards on that team last time. So just think about it. Statistically speaking, if you eliminate the turnovers, that's a W. The two scores that offense had was because they were in good field position. Of course, they had the picks, the six on us, but I think with Alabama, I think we'll be fine. I'm not, I got a lot of faith. I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, we be on the ropes sometimes, but I think we'll be fine. And I think I got a feeling it'll probably be one of the best nights we've had because everybody's healthy for the most part. Especially with Dewberry, he gives us the best opportunity to run, set those edges. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. I think we're in a good spot, man. I think we're in a good spot to really put some guys to the fire and test them, and see what's going to last, what's going to carry. And a lot of people will continue. Go ahead.
That's right. Just like the last caller said, you run that damn ball down the throat. The only way you tire out a team is if you run it the best player. And everybody's talking about that guy coming back. That's fine. Put him out there. But you put Proctor on him and you give some to Dewberry and give some to everybody else and just run that damn ball at him. That'll force him to slow down.
Yeah, you got to. And see, I think with this offense, man, people got to understand the way you attack him is just get him off of being able to get upfield early. You want him to go left and right.
However you do that, whether it's the now screens, where it's the jet sweeps, where just keep him, either keep him flat-footed or keep him left and right. Don't let him get upfield. The moment you start letting him get comfortable getting upfield, getting that fire off, that's when he becomes effective. But not just necessarily just him. What he does opens up for the rest of the defense. And that's what you could expect for him. Appreciate y'all for the gifts over there on TikTok, man. Final thoughts as we open the phone lines back up here with my brother, Mr. QC Green, on the phone line.
Ain't going to be a lot of upset folks up here in the Midwest. I go with them all the time because they talk about this. They're so delusional when it comes to Arkansas football. It's a nice stadium. But why would you put all that money to a sport that y'all suck in? So I'm just talking my
Hey, talk your talk, brother.
I think that it's going to be a great night. I look forward to smoking a cigar. And,
yes, sir.
I think Alabama's it's not going to be one of them close games. I see a 41-24 type deal.
41-24.
Because their defense, their offense is not moving the ball like that. So I think we'll be fine. And we got to give our defense credit. We've been stopping the run.
We have.
You know, a lot of times we talk about our defense being a pass defense, which of course we are. But when you start really looking at these games, if we keep Oklahoma at 20, we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
That's been the magic number. 20.
I said the same thing. I said if Alabama can somehow break that 40-point threshold finally this season and in a big game like this against a solid defense, that'll tell me a lot about the confidence of the quarterback position. It'll tell me a lot because it's literally 4 plays keeping us from having, let's say it's probably 2 or 3 plays a game that's keeping us from having 21 more points a game. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the games where we've won close matchups, it's literally people keep talking about Kalen DeBoer only wins close games. He always playing tight games. Well, I tell you what, they didn't have opportunities at Washington like we getting at Alabama. They used to grind their games out. They had firepower on firepower. We have opportunities that we have missed, whether it's been overthrown, underthrown, drop passes, missed reads in the run game to hit a gap. Like we've missed on a lot of opportunities and still are walking into the first round of the playoffs as a contender. So if there was a time to turn the light switch on, the time is now. But QC, I appreciate you for calling in, man, and roll tide, my brother.
Roll tide, roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for QC in the chat one more time, y'all. And that's going to be the last caller on the night, man. Now, as a matter of fact, no, we got a few more minutes. We got about 10 more minutes. 334-625-1121. Phone line is open. Call in, say your name. And while we're waiting, I want to give a shout out to everybody on the TikTok side, man. My brother showed me over there turning up with the TikTok gifts. He dropping them, man. I don't know how many it is. It's been about 40 of them. He gave about 40 gifts tonight. Just continue to run it up, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for being in the game. And then who else we got? Uh-oh. Hey, the kid mad at me. I'm trying to look at these comments. Ryan won't catch the ball. Look at him. That kid, let me see who this is. Because he mad over here. He got one follow. Oh, this must be a troll page. Yeah, this is a troll page. Volleyball warrior. He ain't nobody. I ain't gonna respond to you. I thought you was a real person. This dude ain't talking about nothing. Do I got my mods over there? Y'all can handle him. He ain't nobody. Blue Soldier said 28-7. Blue, you ain't trying to run it tonight? I'm getting on the game tonight. I want to put it. I got smoke for you, boy. I want to smoke. Any Georgia fan won't want to see it. I could defend the Bama Nation honor, But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like I said, 334-625-1121. Tap in, call in, 334-625-1121. But before we go to that, we're going to take one more little quick break before our final phone call, if we have one. And we want to give acknowledgement to our sponsors once again. Shout out to Walk On Sports Bistro, man. I'm telling y'all, me and my girl, we love that voodoo shrimp, the shrimp and grits, man. It's bacon wrapped shrimp, grilled with like honey drips. It got sour cream and jalapeno on it, the little jalapeno on it, and then they wrap it in bacon and they grill it and they put over nice size bowl of cheesy grits, nicely seasoned and buttered up. A little Cajun twist to it. Got a little sweetness to it because I don't know if it's honey or what, but it drills it all over everything and it just tastes so good. My bad. Check them out, y'all. Shout out to walk-ons, man. We appreciate walk-ons. Y'all give them some love, man. Walk-ons.
When you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just feeling sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it, chat. I appreciate y'all. We got time for one more call, man. If you want to call in, say your name and put me in the game, Coach Smook. We'll get you on the phone line. We appreciate y'all for supporting tonight. Before we get ready to start getting into our close, I want to kind of have a dialogue here and just thank y'all and tell y'all about some of the things we got opening up. Like y'all heard, the last caller, it wasn't Mr. QC, it was Big Folks, was talking about, the watch party. We will be at Walk-Ons this Friday. I don't know in what facet. I know I will be there to watch the game and enjoy the game, do the watch party from there. I don't necessarily want to set up an event because if we struggling at halftime, I'm going to come back to the command station. That's how we're going to set it up. I'm going to come back to the command station here, and we probably going to leave everything here but our camera. And Mary J, Amanda, Jordan, they're going to have access to do everything. But I'm going to leave the studio running from home all day. That's going to be one of the fixes to help us get everything back to operational stance, right? To be able to move fluidly during production. But Walk-Ons is definitely the move for this Friday for the game. If you want to join me, I will be there. I don't know if we're going to turn into an event. I'm talking with the sponsors tomorrow, but I will be there. So that's going to help anyways, just attracting more people from the community. Walk-Ons Montgomery, Alabama. If you're familiar, it's in the Chantilly shopping plaza or the East Chase. Keep calling it Chantilly East Chase, where the little strip mall is and everything. So y'all pull up over there on your boy, man. Show some love. Let me know who you are, because I don't know all y'all by faces now. Don't be coming up, pulling up, and be like, really? Yeah, like he ain't know me. I don't know all y'all by face. Now, if you come in and you be like, yo, it's Big Folks from the chat, I'm like, what's up, bro? Appreciate you for pulling up. But don't be coming up like, like, yo, and I don't know who you is. So, yeah. He said, I know you still looking at the light, Smook. Hey, look, Adrian, I see you didn't pull up the other night. I see you didn't pull up the other night. It's all good, though. I ended up getting off because I was not having it with EA the other night. I was not having it. But it looks like we don't have any more phone calls for the night, so we're going to go ahead and transition to our closeout segment. And like I said, I appreciate y'all for being here with your boy, Coach Smook, and enjoying our Insider Report. If you missed the Insider Report, rewind it all the way back to the beginning at the 15-minute mark. That's what we did. Basically, it was a very brief practice coverage. A lot of our members got to hear the interviews and to interact with the interviews for today. If you're not a member of the AAA family, think about joining and becoming a member of the AAA family. Had that access to get that information live, get those reactions live tomorrow. Player availability, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and then players available is going to be Jeremy Bernard. And this is just so y'all can kind of, if y'all want to ask questions about, or want me to try to ask questions, these players are the ones that's going to be available. So you can know who to direct questions to. Tomorrow we got Coach Grubb and Jordan. If you could put a banner up. I'm going to say it a few times for you. Tomorrow's media availability is Coach Grubb, Coach Womack, Jeremy Bernard, Xavier Brown, Bray Hubbard, and Caden Proctor. So we'll be able to hear from those members tomorrow. Coach Grubb, Coach Womack, Jeremy Bernard, Xavier Brown, Bray Hubbard, and Caden Proctor. We'll have access to all of that. So I'm guessing that the time will be around the same. The two coordinators will get their time cut in half as far as availability.
And then the players will have, the same amount of time as their counterparts early from today. So y'all step in tomorrow and tap in for that. What time will that happen? I know that's what y'all going to ask next. Let me go back to my email. What time is that going to happen? Oh, wrong click. I clicked the wrong one. I think it's at 1:30. I think it's at 1 o'clock again, chat. Here we go. That's not it either. I need to start bookmarking these things. All right, y'all, but it's tomorrow. Y'all will see the link. Just turn on your notifications. Make sure you subscribe. And we'll make sure y'all stay in tune with everything. That kid over there on TikTok, mad, boy. Oh my God, he was mad. Hey, GTA 5, appreciate the love over there on TikTok, man. He said, great show, smooth show. Appreciate all the gifts, man, my brother. And again, if you all have not seen your name on the donation banner, man, please let us know. We want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. We try to go back and check all the donations after every show and edit the banner. So if you don't see your name, we want to make sure you acknowledge. Don't be shy. Don't act like it. Don't be modest. We want to acknowledge everyone that supports this channel in any facet, especially when you're donating and taking money out of your own pocket to support and help us grow. All right, shout out to our 3,888 subscribers here on the Coach Smook Network. We're 12 away, 12 subscribers, meaning free subscribers. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, and it's going to help us get to that 4K mark. I would love to hit that mark. I believe in God to hit 5K before January 1st. I'm truly am. I'm not. That's light work for God. So if anybody could do it, he can. And, he chose us to be in this moment, and I'm grateful for it. And for y'all to be a part of it, I'm grateful. And I would not choose another community over this one. We got more coming. More people are finding out about it, and people are ready to put down their little resentment for me, since my transition, and they're liking the content. So we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep that authenticity above all mantra going. That's our motto. That's what we live by. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to every one of our sponsors. Shout out to Walk-Ons again. Shout out to Yon Urban Streetwear and Apparel. Shout out to Man of Standard Executive Security, and to every AAA member of the AAA family. I love you. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say
put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for showing the love tonight. Y'all be blessed and enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Be blessed, chat.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in